Have you ever wondered why even the most passionate relationships can become dull and tense over time? The issue is not just with a man or you, but also with the roles you play in the relationship. Girl, honestly, after you truly understand what I'm talking about here, the relationships will never be the same. The number of times I made these mistakes myself before I figured this out, I can't even count. But once you get it, everything changes. Before we dive in, let me make one thing clear. I'm not talking about abusive relationships here. If you are in a toxic or harmful situation, no amount of role balancing will fix that. But if you're in a normal relationship that sometimes feels off or stagnant, this will 100% help you. Not only elevate it, but also feel better within yourself. Now, here is something that's really important to understand. A woman sets the tone in the relationship. If you don't believe me, think about this. Have you ever seen a man be completely non-committal in one relationship, but suddenly become serious and devoted in another? Sure, things like age and personality play a role, but more often than not, it has to do with how the woman carries herself in the relationship. The way you show up influences how a man responds to you. Today, I will tell you about the 5 roles every woman must embody to maintain a healthy and fulfilling relationship. At the end of the video, I'll share a quick yet effective way to determine which role you might be missing. So stay tuned. Many people call these archetypes, but in reality, every woman is born with all 5 of these roles: the queen, the mother, the girl, the friend, and the lover. However, due to upbringing, environment, and life experiences, we tend to develop only a couple of them, while forgetting the others. When all these roles are balanced, a man cherishes, values, and respects you, and the relationship just thrives. Let's break down each role in detail. The first one out of 5 is the queen. The queen is a woman with high self-esteem who knows her worth. She sets boundaries and respects a man's freedom. She's not afraid to say no and doesn't tolerate any disrespect. She always maintains her dignity. A man values and respects a woman with this role developed because she challenges him to be just a better version of himself, and he admires her confidence and independence. Think of Beyoncé. Graceful, powerful, and unwavering in her standards. She embodies the healthy queen. On the other hand, an unbalanced queen, when you have too much of it, can turn into someone controlling and overly demanding. Just imagine a diva who creates drama just to assert power. But if you completely lack this role, you might become a people pleaser, always sacrificing your own needs for others. So how do you step into your queen energy if you're lacking a bit of it? First of all, practice saying no without explaining yourself. Build your confidence with daily affirmations. And if you need a little extra help, try my self-love meditation for inner child, which I put up there. And hey, if this is something you really struggle with, drop a comment saying, I like the queen role, and I might just make a full video on it if you need it. If you don't embrace your inner queen, men won't respect you the way you deserve. You'll find yourself in relationships where you're constantly giving, but not getting anything back. Worse, you might start feeling invisible, like your needs and opinions don't matter, but they do. And trust me, I've been there, it's not a fun place to be. The second role is the mother. The mother role brings emotional security, warmth, and care. She's the one who creates a sense of home, making the relationship a safe space. Men appreciate this role because it provides them with comfort, stability, and emotional support. Without this, relationship can feel distant and quite disconnected. A great example would be Michelle Obama. She supports her partner without losing herself, but in an unhealthy form, if you have too much of the mother role, it can turn into smothering. Think of someone who treats their man like a child, constantly nagging him about little things, if he threw away rubbish or if he put on the correct socks. But if this role is absent, you might come across as emotionally distant or too independent to create a nurturing space. To reconnect with your nurturing side, do little things that create warmth. For example, cook a meal, not because you have to, but because you want to. Light a candle at dinner, ask your man how his day was, and actually listen. It's not about babying him. It's about creating a space where he feels safe and appreciated. Without this role, your relationship might start feeling cold, like roommates living in one place instead of partners. He might withdraw emotionally, or worse, look for warmth somewhere else. And I'm not saying you should mother him, but creating this cozy emotional connection makes a huge difference. The third role is the girl. The girl role is all about lightness, fun, and spontaneity. She knows how to bring out the playful side of a relationship, making things kind of exciting and fresh. She doesn't overthink everything, she laughs easily, enjoys the moment, and appreciates the little things in life, like getting excited about a cute flower outside or a cloud. This is the energy that makes a man feel like a hero. He loves seeing you happy and loves being the one to actually make you smile. A great example with this role would be Jennifer Lawrence. She's playful, down to earth, and full of charm. And most importantly, she doesn't take herself too seriously. And that's exactly what makes her so magnetic. A woman who embodies the girl role is like a breath of fresh air in a man's life. But if this role is too exaggerated, it can turn into immaturity. It can be whining, being overly dependent, or expecting a man to handle everything or pay for everything. If this role is missing, you might take on too much responsibility, refuse to ask for help, and struggle with receiving love and care. You might feel like you have to be strong all the time and do everything yourself, which can make relationships feel exhausting instead of joyful. Let yourself be playful. Remember as if you were still that little girl of 5 years old and how you were excited about everything. Write down 100 things you want, big or small, and allow yourself to dream. Let him open the door for you. Accept his compliments without deflecting, and don't feel guilty for enjoying little luxuries, whether for yourself or taking it as a present. It's okay to let go and enjoy being taken care of sometimes. Without this role, relationships start to feel quite heavy, like you're carrying the whole world on your shoulders. And relationship is a partnership. Men love to feel needed. If you never let him take care of you, he might just start feeling like he's not important in your life at all. The fourth role is a friend. The friend role is that glue that keeps relationships strong over the years. She's the one who brings companionship, trust, and emotional connection. She understands her man, enjoys spending time with him, and supports his dreams. This role creates an effortless bond where you can be fully yourself without judgment. It's what makes a man feel like you're not just his partner, but also his best friend. Think of Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds. They joke, they tease, and they genuinely enjoy each other's company. Their relationship isn't just about romance, it's about real connection, shared humor, and deep conversation. That's what a strong friend role looks like. But if you become too much of a friend, the romance can fade. The chemistry might weaken, and suddenly the relationship starts to feel more like a sibling dynamic. And there's another thing. When there is no friendship, a man might start hiding things from you. If he doesn't feel like he can trust you or talk openly, he may start keeping secrets, whether it's about his feelings, struggles, or even things he does outside of the relationship. A lack of the friend role can create emotional distance, which over time leads to deeper disconnection. Have fun together, find a hobby you both enjoy, or just sit down and have an actual conversation that's not about errands or responsibilities. Ask about his interests, share your own, and don't be afraid to be a little goofy together. Laugh more, joke around, and don't be afraid to tease him a little. That keeps the friendship alive. Without this role, your relationship can start feeling like a business partnership. The connection fades, and suddenly it's all about logistics instead of laughter. And let's be real, nobody wants a relationship that feels like a board meeting. And the last role is the lover. The lover role is what keeps passion and attraction alive, and that's what a lot of women actually struggle with. The lover is confident in her femininity, enjoys intimacy, and embraces her sensual side. This role isn't just about physical attraction. It's about chemistry, mystery, and the little moments that make a relationship exciting. The lover reminds a man that he is a man, and his energy keeps him drawn to you. Think Sofia Vergara. Sensual, confident, and effortlessly alluring, she knows how to use her charm without overdoing it. A woman with a strong lover role isn't afraid to flirt, make eye contact, or enjoy her own beauty, but If this role is missing, intimacy can start to feel routine or even non-existent. Over time, the relationship might feel more like a friendship than a romantic partnership. However, if it's too exaggerated, it can turn into seeking validation through physical attention without true emotional depth. Time to channel your inner Sofia Vergara. If you're lacking this role, wear something that makes you feel sexy. Play your favorite music and just move. Take time to feel good in your own skin. Surprise him with a flirtatious text during a day. Create moments of closeness that remind you both why you fell for each other in the first place. If this role is missing in a relationship, passion starts to fade. And suddenly your relationship feels more like a routine. And while emotional connection is crucial, let's not pretend passion isn't just as important. A spark needs fuel. And as promised, here is a fun little trick. Think about the types of women who really get under your skin. You know, the ones you secretly roll your eyes at, or maybe even gossip about with your friends. The truth is, the reason they "I know you so much" is actually because they have something you haven't developed in yourself, but have it. If women who let men take care of them drive you crazy, you're probably missing the girl role. Maybe you struggle with receiving help or feel like you always have to do everything yourself. If super confident, sexy women make you uncomfortable, chances are you need to work on the lover role. Maybe you've been suppressing your sensuality or avoiding intimacy. If strong, independent women who set firm boundaries irritate you, you might be lacking the queen role. Do you have trouble saying no? People walk all over you? If you feel jealous of women who create cozy homes and always seem to have something baking in the oven or having amazing interior designs, you might be missing the mother role. Maybe nurturing and homemaking aren't your strong suits. And if bubbly, fun women who joke around with men make you cringe, then the friend role is what's missing. Maybe you don't feel comfortable just being relaxed and open in your relationship. Now, instead of rolling your eyes at these women, take it as a sign. There is something about them that you might actually need more of in your life, and instead of denying it, make it stronger. Look, balancing all 5 roles is an actual art. If you have spent years embodying only 1 or 2 roles, don't try to incorporate all of them at once. It will just feel overwhelming. Instead, just start noticing which ones are missing and gradually work on them. And here is the best part. Once you start embodying all 5 of these roles, you will see a massive shift in your relationship. You'll feel more valued, more cherished, and more at peace within yourself. Because when you step into your full feminine energy that you have from birth, a man can't help but respond. If you enjoyed this video, hit the like button and subscribe. Comment below which role have you mastered and which one needs improvement.